cold wind carries with it the scent of rust.
Oh, Styxia's moonlight is so beautiful. And the River of Souls is so quiet. It's like everything that happened was just a dream. I wonder if Cass is doing okay on the other side. If I write a letter and put it in a drift bottle, will she be able to read it? No, this shouldn't be so depressing. Now's not the time to feel down. We gotta pull ourselves together. By the way, it was Miss Cypher who asked us to come here. But where has she gone? Huh? I don't know. This aura feels so familiar. Let's go check it out together. Be very careful. I have a bad feeling about this. Hey, what's that on the ground? Should we pick it up? Careful, careful. It's a piece of black cloth. Now, where have I seen this before? What? How could they be here? Mimi! Look out! Wait! We both know what this thing can do. Let's try our best to deal with them for now, and we'll slip into the past with time's power as soon as we can.
The river of souls is full of fish, big and delicious.
What?
The flame chase journey stops. Meow, meow.
Meow? We already knew about the mad part, but are we still in danger?
Sorry, I couldn't pass on the chance to give you two a good scare. Ah! Don't run! I'm the real Cypher. The real one. Come on, don't be upset. I'm just giving you a kind reminder that Emphorius isn't safe at all. The whole place is full of dangers, including that swordmaster. Make sure you stay on your toes, no matter where you are. Hey, I'm just making it up to you. You'd do the same in my shoes.
So, was that a Flame Reaver disguise? Or a magic trick? It looked so real. Is that the power of the trickery demigod?
Disguise? No. It's not as simple as that. Let me think about how to explain this. For example, what did you think when you realized that piece of cloth came from the Flame Reaver's cloak?
We thought that maybe the Flame Reaver was around here somewhere?
That's right. And then you heard some footsteps. What did you think when that happened?
Well, we thought it must be the Flame Reaver coming this way.
Yep, exactly. I just used some hints and, mental suggestions to help you believe in a lie. Lies are what Zagreus is best at. If everyone believes in a lie, then it becomes reality.
A power to make lies into reality? That's got all my hair standing up.
I sure love your arrogance, Gray Mystery. The seamstress trusts you for a reason. Someone as honest as you couldn't trick me even if you wanted to. So, there's no harm in telling you. Besides, we still need to team up to go treasure hunting, right? Let's wrap up here. It's time to get going. Oh, was that your teleslate? Aren't you a popular one? But I got to you first, so help me with the treasures, and then I'll send you two to the grove. Curiosity killed the cat, you know. Do you think I'll spend it all? That's so not why I hunt for treasures. Don't forget, I'm a demigod too. And there's a line reserved for me in that stupid prophecy as well. You shall walk with greed and die over petty change. But I don't believe in that. As long as I keep collecting treasures, then I won't need to care about petty change. And as long as I don't hurt other people when I get what I want, I won't be walking with greed. Right? Isn't that simple? So, as long as I keep going down this path, all those predestined prophecies and fates will never catch up to me. That was a long speech. I'm getting thirsty at this rate. The treasures of Styxia aren't gonna float up on their own. Come on, Gray Mystery. Show me what the authority of time can do.
So, this is the car of the Astral Express you've spoken of. My repository of memories has been enriched with another fascinating piece of information. Thank you for leading me here, Lord Donham. Archimans hold wisdom and knowledge in high esteem. If the citizens knew of your origins, I'm sure more would be intrigued by the Trailblaze. Sadly, discussions about the world beyond the sky remain taboo. It's been quite some time since you first arrived in Akima. Presumably, you've been looking for a way to leave ever since. Don't be too hard on yourself, my lord. This puzzle has stumped Amphorius' scholars for centuries. It isn't something you can solve overnight, even someone as gifted as yourself. Exactly. Of the 12 Titans of Amphorius, Aquila is known for being the most capricious. The weather itself reflects their mood. Tranquil sunshine, mournful rain. Aquila's breath is a brisk wind, and their cries resound as thunder in a storm. The sky above affects every citizen. It's clear that Lady Aglaya's decision to confront Aquila at the end of the Flame Chase journey was a carefully considered strategy. Anti-Catherians have no home to return to, so I understand your concern for your old friends and homeland. I used anti-Catherian technology, or scanning, as you might call it, to assess this car. Assuming my judgment is correct, I might be able to conduct a thorough overhaul of its power systems. Of course, that's only if you, my lord, permit me to interact with it. You honor me with your trust. I will be very careful. Not exactly, but we anti-Catherians are inherently sensitive to machinery. Carefully endowed our kind with a unique advantage for analyzing and learning. If you give me some time, I might be able to fully restore this damaged car to its former glory. Then you and your esteemed companion could set off on your return journey sooner. Hypothetically, Lord Donhong, if I could open up a path out of Amphorius that circumvents Aquila's divine punishment, would you consider ceasing your support for the Flame Chase journey? It's best if you don't delve too deeply into that question, my lord. All you need to know is, I can make it happen. The crucial point is, if you and your companion are unwilling to halt your support for the Chrysos heirs, it could offend certain interests. Your prudence impresses me, just as expected. Please don't misunderstand, Lord Donhong. As the Theoros, I have no allegiance to their plans, nor am I obliged to obstruct them. I am neutral. Out of respect for you, I hope to offer a peaceful solution to ensure the safety of you and your companion. I will not. As I said, I remain neutral. Are you asking this because you plan to refuse my offer and continue supporting the Chrysos heirs? So I see. This is what you call trailblazing.
You have such overwhelming powers. Why? Answer me. Why do you stand in her way? Why do you want to take the core flames?
Oh no! He can't hold on anymore! Drag him back here, friend! Are you okay?
I'm okay. I can handle that kind of hit now. But a few months ago, that would have knocked me out. Thanks for worrying, buddy. Thanks for the help. To face Aquila and other potential threats, I must sharpen myself with the most aggressive methods.
Even so, it's impressive you thought of this training method. Battling the phantoms of the past in the River of Time? It's just like the hyperbolic time sanctum that the bards describe.
It's working pretty well, wouldn't you say? But combat isn't just about strength and skill. You also need the right weapon. Compared to that guy's weapon, mine feels like I'm swinging a lump of iron. I can't tell you how many swords I've gone through since the training began. Don't worry, I've already arranged that. Of course I need him. I asked him to make a suitable divine weapon for me. It's a little embarrassing to say this, but in order to help me, he deliberately turned down all other business.
Oh, Cartonis is part of this flame chase journey after all. Full of energy.
Thinking about how he's been recently, maybe you're right.
But, phainon, I've been somewhat concerned about you. Lately, you seem more and more fixated on that swordmaster in black.
That's quite the sudden shift in topic.
I've been holding this question in for a long time. You're getting stronger, but seeds of unrest are also growing in me.
Don't worry. I'm not wielding my sword for revenge. He's been through Nikador's trial and understands. Those who can't walk out of the shadows of their past are ultimately weak. Times have changed. The responsibility I bear is both precious and fragile. I wield my sword for the future of Amphorius. I will not let hatred cloud my judgment again and neglect my duties. You're right, partner. As of now, I'm not able to handle that swordmaster on my own. I still need the help of my friends. Every time I say something, things get so serious. I don't want to be the person who keeps bringing the mood down. I'm out of energy for training today. How about we go to the library of Philia to lighten the mood?
Sure, that's what I've been looking forward to. We deserve to enjoy ourselves after all the hard work. Today, I'm definitely going to... A girl's little secret. Don't pry.
That's the charm of this place. You can find whatever you're into here. The three of us might not be into scholarly books, but we could still spend an entire day at the library of Philia.
Here we are! Where was that slate last time? Was it here? Or maybe over here? I'm off to have some fun! It's free time now, so you should relax too.
Let's take a closer look.
Well, I thought I felt a draft just now. Peeking isn't polite, my friend. You could have just asked. There's nothing embarrassing about it. Here, look, I'm reading this. Antiques Appraisal. How to make a fortune. You didn't know? After all this time we've known each other. That pains me. I've spent a lot of time pondering how Aglaia became such an effective leader. Beyond the intangible qualities like personality and ethics, a major reason is her family wealth. That's the perk of growing up in a big city, isn't it? For those of us in the sticks, luck doesn't come as easily. It's 30% grind, 70% fate. Oops, I talked too much. As a leader, you need both integrity and integrity and skill. I've spent a lot of time pondering how Aglaia became such an effective leader. Beyond that's the perk of growing up in a big... Oops, I talked too much.
Month of cultivation, curtain fall hour, a time to feast on grains, but poor time for fishing. Oh, but then again, are there even any spots left to fish in Emporius these days? Ah, you scared me! Bursting into someone's world like that can really catch them off guard. Well, no more jokes. There's nothing here. I'll go look elsewhere.
Something's odd about Mem. What are they flipping through?
These cards are so detailed and fine. Ruler, weaver, traveler, healer. But the interpretation for each card is so long. Do I have to memorize them all? Ah! What a coincidence! We meet again. Guess we're fated to be together, huh? But you must be busy, so I won't bother you for now. Hope your day, every day, is joyful.
So suspicious. Not like their usual self.
You sure are persistent. All right. I'm totally helpless against your charm.
What are you guys chatting about? Is this... the Emporius Divination Compendium?
Why are you here too?
Sorry, seeing you two chasing each other around, I suddenly found my book not that appealing anymore. Never thought Mem would be into divination. But it's not exactly a niche hobby, so why all the secrecy?
I wanted to set up a surprise! Master it in secret and give you all a shock. But getting caught halfway through, it's only natural I'd feel shy. A girl's heart is more delicate than Aquila's ever-changing moods.
A surprise. Huh? Someone else used to tell me the same. She was really good at stargazing and divination, especially with cards. Yeah, just like the ones you're looking at.
And you must be pretty familiar with all sorts of divination techniques with a friend like that.
No, I know nothing about it. I've never really believed in using cards or bones to predict the future. If the good omens foretold by divination were true, my hometown, Heidi's Elysiae, wouldn't have disappeared. Don't forget, we've got Lady Trina. Every other form of divination is just smoke and mirrors or cleverly rehearsed tricks compared to her flawless prophecies.
To me, divination could be a power that guides our spirits. Fate always casts a shadow in front of us, clouding our view of the future. That's why people turn to divination. It's just to find a small reason to give them courage to face the unknown. After all, the first chapter of the Divination Compendium discusses the significance of divination. I'm just expanding on that a bit.
Strange. That person I knew used to say similar things. Looking back, whenever she interpreted a card for me, I couldn't help but feel uneasy. Even though I never believed in the outcomes. Maybe it was her tone. Cyrene. She could paint a complete fantasy so vividly, it utterly captivated me as a child. Right, I still carry a card she once used. Do you want to see it?
Oh, wow! It's so exquisite! I'd love to have a card like that. Oh, now that you mention it, yes. It would be even better if it were made of, say, crystal.
Speaking of which, partner, there's something I haven't shared with you all. Remember our first trip to the Temple of the Three Fates? The riddle that Orin exposed to us? Who's there? You are...
These folks are up to no good.
Black clothing, masks decorated with golden blood. Are they cleaners?
To directly call us by our name, it seems you, Lord phainon, have studied the forgotten history of Amphorius quite thoroughly. Your friend seems quite interested in us. Perhaps you could explain, Lord phainon. It would be the polite thing. We can't let our esteemed guests pass away without understanding.
During the Chrysos War, to combat the Chrysos heirs, several cities formed an underground assassin squad called the Cleaners. Their task was to erase anyone with golden blood from existence. Assassination, poisoning, political persecution. They would do anything to achieve their objective.
Well, this historical perspective seems biased, glossing over the Chrysos heirs' abuse of divine powers and their blatant initiation of war in order to defame our predecessors. Could you disclose the name of the author behind this popular legend, Lord phainon? I'd hate for the innocent children of Akamar to be tainted by such slanted narratives.
You should have stayed buried in the dust of history. The Citizens' Assembly has once again legitimized the mission of the Chrysos heirs. But as for you, not one citizen would cast their vote for you. Executioners lurking in the shadows.
What does it matter? We've long since stopped expecting to be understood. People have become too accustomed to peace, and they've forgotten the disasters that arose from allowing generations of the Chrysos heirs to rule.
Complete nonsense. Did you really travel all the way to the Grove just to have an argument?
I enjoy dealing with people as straightforward as you, Lord Phainon. You've probably figured out why we've come before you.
Keep your cool, partner. They've come out of the shadows, which suggests they have something up their sleeves. All right. Let's hear it. What are you hiding? But watch your language, and don't say anything you might regret. My shoulders might be sore, and my sword a tad dull, but it's still enough to slice off your tongues.
How's it going, Cinny? This place fits, doesn't it? It's a bit small, but the lighting is perfect.
Thank you, Lady Tribbie. With this, the Twilight Courtyard can be reborn in Akama. Do you like it here too, little Ika?
It's so bright here. Maybe you should rename it? How about Luminous Courtyard?
Lady Tribbie makes a good point. But Twilight Courtyard carries the long history of the descendants of the sky, and I'd like it to continue.
Right. How does the legend go again?
Even Lady Tribbie forgets things.
We just haven't prepared lessons in a while now, so we're a bit rusty. Just give us some time and we'll remember. Ah, now we remember. Kremnos and the Firmament, Volume 3, Section 5. With Seliosi, the Day Thunder Knight, striking down the Eye of Twilight, the divine war between Nikador and Aquila, which spanned centuries, came to an end. Thereafter, the Skyfolk gradually declined. Numerous sky fortresses were abandoned, and their descendants began to establish themselves on the land. Finally, those descended from Seliosi the Day Thunder Knight were welcomed by the scholars under Circes and established the Twilight Courtyard in the Grove. The historical records seem slightly at odds with our memories, but the details from that time have become somewhat hazy to us.
Oh, I forgot. For Lady Tribbie, history is more than just words on a page. It's something you've personally lived through. Little Ika loves listening to the stories from the legends. I'm sure you're also imagining one day you'll be as awe-inspiring as the winged beasts by Seliosi's side. That day will come. I believe it. Just keep growing. Lord Crediros?
Miss Hyacine. And Lady Tribbie. Good to see you're doing all right. I heard from the citizens you were nearby and came to check.
Doing all right. What's going on, Crediros?
There's been another violent incident at the market. A shop was smashed and looted. It's the third time this week.
How can this be? I always thought that with Lady Aglaya here, Akama would remain peaceful.
That was true in the past. But these days, forgive my bluntness, her senses may not be as sharp as they once were.
Aggie.
In my opinion, malevolent forces have noticed the slack in the golden threads and are now plotting to exploit the opportunity.
The Citizens' Assembly just wrapped up. Why is there still unrest?
The Chrysos heirs won by only one vote, Lady Tribbie. From my years of experience, a narrow victory often walks hand in hand with unrest.
Trouble! Miss Hyacine! Trouble!
Clementine. Take a breath. What's going on?
Please! Something terrible has happened at Marmorial Palace!
What is it, Doctor? Calm yourself and talk us through.
Lady Aglaya! It's Lady Aglaya who's in trouble.
I still remember. This bath that overlooks the entire palace was built by the Council of Elders 900 years ago. Its purpose was to commemorate the first flame chase journey, and to remember the heroes who made great sacrifices for Amphorius a millennium ago. Rules were set then. No one was allowed to enter, apart from guests invited by the Goldweaver. But, I guess, you're no longer pretending to follow the rules, are you, Lady Kindness?
Aglaya, Aglaya. You ageless witch, hiding behind a divine facade to deceive mortals. We've been far too kind with you.
Kind? There's no need to use such a word to cover up your incompetence. Anaxagoras humiliated all of you before the citizens. If you still had any shred of shame, you'd throw yourselves from Dawn Cloud at the curtainfall hour to salvage the last fragments of your dignity.
Demigod, why not gaze into the water's reflection and see the wretched face you wear now? These days you're not only blind, but also deaf. The cleaners were born for this moment. When all orders, rules, and laws fail to restrain you, it's time for the dagger to pass judgment.
If you're in such a hurry, give it a try.
Going toe-to-toe with a demigod? We're not that foolish. The dagger isn't at your throat, but...
Your gravest accusation is that my humanity is fading. And you claim my concern for mortal joys and sorrows is nothing but a facade. If that accusation holds, what makes you think the lives of these civilians will sway me in the slightest?
Fine. I'll gladly use a few more words to shatter that demigod facade of yours. Like I said, you're not only blind, but deaf too. Lately, your control over Akuma has weakened. You failed to notice the thefts we arranged in the market, nor did you catch wind of the meetings happening in the Dromus workshop. Plots are unfolding right under your nose, yet you remain indifferent. Humanity? Fading? Aglaya, why not use your precious golden thread to peer into my thoughts? See if the gift we've so meticulously prepared for you can move that cold demigod heart of yours.
In this moment, I only regret not being more ruthless. Because your evil is beyond cure.
You finally figured it out. You have grown dull. I've been holding that image in my mind this whole time to make sure you could see it clearly.
I want you to have this knucklebone talisman, Big Sis. I hope it brings you luck every day and keeps you safe from bullies.
That girl who can't speak or hear. What if she accidentally lost her eyes too? You know better than anyone what it feels like to lose your sight. Imagine if 1,000 years ago you, already blind, had also lost your voice and hearing in your youth. Would you still have become the Aglaya you are today? Look at those broken, pleading eyes. How disappointing. We overestimated your cunning. If this plan fails, we still have dozens of splendid parting gifts prepared. Demigod, would you like to hear about them?
I thought I could buy some more time. In these 1,000 years, I've witnessed the fall of 10 titans. From my naive arrogance at the beginning to slowly learning how to guide others. Now, it's time to let go. I should be grateful. Grateful that I've reached this moment. To let my departure become a path for others to follow. Have I done enough? If I embrace that prophecy now, and sink into the warmth of these waters, will the wandering wind stop to mourn me, Cyphra?
I've come as promised. Look at this box full of gold and silver treasures. I bet there's stuff here you've never seen. Come on. As we agreed, I want to buy the most valuable clothes you have.
Little thief! You've got some nerve, barging into my shop dressed in those tattered rags. What have you brought? Let me see.
Here, take a look. Only the finest goods. See the sapphire? It's even more blue than Fagusa's eyes.
Such exquisite luster. I've only seen an ocean's tear of this quality in my mother's treasury.
Wait. You've seen one before. And here I thought I'd leave you speechless. What a letdown.
It's just an old memory. My family estate all burned to ashes long ago. This workshop is what I built from scratch.
Wow! A daughter rebuilding her family business. How admirable. Enough with the jokes. At least you did get to enjoy those luxuries.
Mind your manners, kitty. Tell me, Cyphra, where did you come from? And how did you acquire these treasures?
I won them fair and square in a bet. What? Do you doubt me? Speak up, seamstress. Give me a straight answer. Do you want these or not?
Strange. You're clearly lying to my face. But my golden thread doesn't tremble at all.
That's because I'm not lying. I've been telling the truth from the start.
Is that so? The scars and the mud stains on your face tell another story.
Oh, come on. Can't we just do business without all this chatter? Don't worry. I didn't leave any evidence, so no one will bother you.
How can I trust a word you say when you're so skilled at lying?
Dealing with you rich people is such a pain. Always wasting my time. Fine. If you don't want it. There are plenty of others who do.
Hold on. Your treasure? I'll accept it. But these alone aren't enough to purchase the Gold Weaver's finest clothes. That said, I do have something that would suit you perfectly.
Oh. What do you have in mind?
Look. Come a bit closer.
Oh, it's shimmering gold. Absolutely stunning.
These golden boots are the Gold Weaver's greatest treasures. Though not as valuable as the most precious gowns, they hold a magical power. Legend has it that Zagreus blessed these boots, allowing anyone who wears them to move swiftly and silently. Put them on, Cyphra. Then don't get caught again. A face as lovely as yours deserves better protection.
You rich folks just love sticking your noses in everything, don't you? Well, I'm taking these now, so don't get any second thoughts.
What's wrong?
Do you have a smaller size? These are way too big for me.
Well, I suppose you'll have to grow into them.
Fake! Fake!
Do you have to interrupt me in the middle of my story? Fake? What's fake?
Those boots definitely don't hold Zagreus' divine power! Your Amphorius is most cunning liar, and even you were fooled by a Glyad!
Watch your mouth, or I'll feed you to the fish in the River of Souls. Weren't you curious how I got tangled up with that seamstress? Well, now you know. Satisfied?
I didn't expect such a simple story. How disappointing. But, boss lady, there's a chance Aglaya wasn't trying to trick you?
You're defending her.
No. I just think the story's so moving, it'd be a shame to ruin it with a lie. If I could cry, I'd be in tears right now.
Good thing you've still got a sharp tongue, or you'd have been stuck guarding someone's front door ages ago. Enough chit-chat. Let's take a look at this place. The city of Styxia. Look how beautiful she is! Let me take a good sniff of this air. This air, it's filled with the scent of treasure everywhere. Wonderful! Just wonderful. Thanks to Castorice and Grey Mystery, the ancient city's barrier was finally dispelled. Now that I think about it, helping them was well worth it. Time for treasure hunting, Barto! Lead the way, and whatever we find, we'll split 80-20.
Well, I have a suggestion. How about 70-30 instead?
Listen closely. Do you hear that? The gnawfish in the River of Souls are growling with hunger.
80-20 it is! How generous you are, Boss Lady Cypher!
Anyway, what's with all this water? It's damp, cold, and miserable here. I hate it.
Ooh, the mighty demigod of trickery! Uneasy around water?
You wouldn't understand! The people of Dolos are talented in many ways. Just, not in swimming. Why don't we have a race? Long distance, sprint, or laps? Take your pick!
What's got you so worked up? Relax, relax. Who would have thought the fearless Lady Cypher was afraid of water?
Cats hate getting wet. What's so hard to understand about that? Now, hurry up and figure out a way across, or I might have to reconsider our split.
Don't rush me! Let me take a look around! Got it! Let's use that thing! Come on! Follow me, boss lady!
Not a good imitation. I'll play along. Let's see where this goes, Bartolos.
Tell me, how did you hunt for treasure when I wasn't around, boss lady?
Trying to trick me into saying something. Not a chance.
You're as sharp as ever. Ooh, interesting. Very interesting.
Was this device designed by priests of Ornyx? Do you think you can handle it?
Don't underestimate me, boss. Just find a cozy dry corner and wait for me. Mission accomplished. Now you don't have to worry about your tail getting wet.
Not bad, but just a warning. If this thing fails while we're halfway through the water...
Don't worry, trust me. For that sweet 20% cut of the loot, I'll make sure you're taken care of.
Huh. This feels truly magical. When did you pick up this trick?
Self-taught. Oh, self-taught.
We're here. Can we turn off this spotlight now? It's really blinding.
No problem. Just use the device over there to shut it off.
The scent of gold coins, gems, and fine leather. It's so refreshing. The treasures in this ancient city are all floating back up thanks to Grey Mystery and that, pink squirrel. Yes. Right here. What are you waiting for? Start digging.
Roger that. Watch me.
Wow! That's It's a huge chest. Move over. I want to open it myself. Wow, wow. A massive haul. Unbelievable. It's hard to imagine the kind of luxurious life the people of Styxia once led. As expected for a realm of Fagusa's disciples. This entire chest is filled with ornaments made from ocean's tears. Here, take this. See if it suits you.
Ooh, thanks for the gift, boss. Much appreciated. Look at the clarity of this purple crystal. It matches my skin tone perfectly. Oh, safer, safer. You truly have the most refined taste of all thieves and employees. Let me try this on. Huh? Where is my treasure?
How long have we known each other? I can't believe you still fall for this.
This is... How could I have forgotten about this? I'll believe it is true, and a lie becomes reality. What a convenient ability.
The demigod of trickery's divine gift. Far more practical than any golden thread or teleporter. All right, enough fooling around. Here's the real thing. Lead the way.
Cypher rules! I've already pinpointed the next trove of treasure! Starting navigation. Boss lady, we're set to make a fortune this time! Got any plans on how to spend it?
Of course. Spend nothing. Have you forgotten my silly prophecy?
I remember, of course. Whoa! Isn't that like...
Uh-huh.
Isn't that the controller for the hand of Zagreus?
Indeed it is.
Once activated, this thing makes a racket that can be heard for miles. It's just too stupid.
Seriously, what was the Titan thinking when they came up with this thing? Hey! If you don't want the trickery to be exposed, you'd better start by keeping your mouth shut. What do you say?
Boss lady, you're absolutely right. I'll be careful with my words. Here we go round the river of souls. Spirit think goes, spirit think goes.
Ah, what are you even singing? You're totally out of tune. There's a big guy guarding this place.
Yeah, big and dumb. Just a pure lump of stupidity.
Look at its face. Oh my, how could something be so ugly?
Yeah, so ugly. Ugly enough to make even me, a little imp without a digestive system, feel nauseous.
If that ugly brute messes up my face, even the stoic Talantin might end up shedding a tear.
Indeed, that would be heartbreaking. Clearly running away is the sensible choice.
So, how about you take the front? I'll attack from the side.
Right. Fleeing fits a rogue nature. Huh?
Let's try it this other way. We can do it! Burn it all!
It's of no consequence. Serenity is before me.
Forever to! I am struck! Forever to! Dying soul now accepts your punishment. Receive divinity.
Doubt farewell.
Burn it all.
I'm on it.
Mimi.
Pay. Conquer all land.
Such an ugly and useless creature, taken down with just a couple of hits. How boring. Hey, Bartolos, are you still alive? Give us a squeak if you are.
Squeak!
Look at you, all shaken up. Can't handle even this bit of action. Should be safe here now. Get to work.
Aye, boss lady Cypher.
It doesn't smell like anything valuable this time. Since we've already dug it up, let's open it and see. Huh. Is this?
Ooh, this looks tragic. Do you think they made it to Akuma?
Probably not. I've never seen or heard of anyone from Styxia and Akuma. At least, I'm still left for Dolos. Guess this city wasn't so lucky. Huh. It does seem unfair, doesn't it? Just because they were born in the wrong place, they had to face such devastation. Meanwhile, those in Akuma, simply because they're supported by the world-bearing Titan, continue to survive.
Yeah, the world just isn't fair, is it? Speaking of the world-bearing Titan, Cypher, didn't you tell me once you used to be an apprentice at Kefali's priestly court?
Huh? Did I?
Yeah, you definitely told me, and I remember it clearly. Maybe it's been so long your memory's gotten a little fuzzy.
Ah, right. I did tell you. It wasn't a big deal. I just snuck in with a bunch of mumbling priests and watched them do their spooky rituals around some glowing rock. Honestly, I was only interested in the wallets of the old grandpas on the council back then. Don't remember much else. It's been what, nearly 1,000 years?
Oh, I see. Were you in a priest's robe? No, that's hard to picture.
Who asked you to picture that? Besides, priest robes from 1,000 years ago were nothing like the ones today.
Right. I didn't think about that. I was just curious if you ever overheard anything interesting from those priests.
How ridiculous. Come on, let's head to the next spot. Where did this roadblock come from? Ugh, this is so annoying. The treasure is right in front of us.
Oh dear, we're stuck here. But I have a plan. Should we call on that big, noisy, cumbersome hand of Xandrath?
Never thought that thing would actually come in handy. All right. Do you want to handle it?
Leave it to me, boss. I don't need a controller. After all, you know. Hand of Zagreus. My darling. Activate! I mean, looks like a charm.
Not bad. However, I still don't see how this ties into trickery.
Let's go to the next room!
Hey, slow down! That question you asked me earlier. I think I just remembered something.
What did I ask?
You know, that question. The one you specifically asked me. Right after we dug up the second chest.
Forgive me, boss lady, but have you been under a lot of stress lately? I didn't ask anything. You must have imagined it.
Oh. Is that so? Maybe you're right. I have been a little on edge lately. I need to relax. All right, let's move on to the next treasure trove.
Treasure, let's go!
Twinkle, twinkle in my chest, how this core flame is the best.
Wow, when it comes to singing, I still sound better than you, boss.
Go beyond all time and space on the journey of flame chase. This scent feels like something incredible is buried here.
Incredible indeed! If even Boss Lady says so, how could I not be excited?
Do I need to give instructions here? Get digging.
What?
Oh, isn't this a golden scapegoat? Interesting. Looks like whoever buried this treasure wanted to play a little game with us.
Oh, isn't there a myth about this thing? Those who feared fire became sheep. Those who did not became human.
Sheep, humans, whatever. All I know is unlocking this gets us treasure. Here, this honor's all yours.
Puzzles and tricks are right up my alley. Just leave it to little old me.
Stay there, and don't turn around.
Huh? What do you mean?
I told you, don't move.
My poor old back. What are you doing?
Shh, quiet. Don't say anything unnecessary. That seamstress. She's listening.
What, boss, do you mean?
Stay put and keep quiet. I'll handle her. Whoa, whoa! Seamstress. Getting sneaky, aren't we? Did you think I wouldn't notice your little spies lurking around me?
As time passes, I find myself leaning more and more on blind luck. With only the power of this little nymph, naturally I couldn't slip past your sharp eyes, Cyphera.
Even if you could fully control Bartolos's mind, I would still be able to see through your disguise. Aglaya. You've gone to such lengths to spy on my every move. What exactly are you after? I've told you before, you don't need me to succeed. Why don't you just let this go? I already made an exception and got involved with castorice and Grey Mystery. Asking for more now. Isn't that pushing your luck a bit too far?
I'm sorry, Cyphera. I've plotted and schemed my whole life. But I never could have predicted our relationship would end up like this. I've spent centuries trying to figure out where I went wrong, replaying every moment over and over. But you've never given me a chance to explain myself, face to face.
Don't talk to me like that. You know I can't take it.
1,000 years ago, out of foolishness, I let my silence steal away the most beautiful sound I'd ever known.
Hyacines.
So this time, I must say this to you, even if it's all in vain. I need you, Cyphera. The Chrysos Heir's mission needs you. The finale I've delayed for far too long. It's finally here. Whatever resentment you still hold against me will fade once I'm gone. Please, come back to Akama. I'm begging you. Without you, they don't stand a chance.
I'll think about it, seamstress. But stop watching me. Unless you want to lose me for good.
Don't worry. As much as I'd love to hear your voice again, to see your face, it seems that chance will never come. Goodbye, Cyphera.
Goodbye, Aglaya.
What a shame. I thought there'd be some real treasure under that goat's head.
Turns out, everything in that chest was soaked in water from the River of Souls. Nothing valuable left. Those relics were once priceless. But time has eroded away all that they once were.
Aww, hearing that from you makes it sound so sad. Wait, why am I getting all sentimental? I haven't even processed what just happened. That horrible woman. When did she... Oh!
If you see her, let her know this. As demigods, we can't avoid our duties forever.
Could it have been back then when...
Do you remember now? Looks like you don't need me to jog your memory. She must have slipped that nymph into your pocket while you were distracted. Don't underestimate that bug. It's every bit as dangerous as the seamstress's golden thread. Let your guard down for even a second, and it might take over. Make you spill secrets you'd never share otherwise.
Whoa, that's like some brainwashing monster straight out of the Black Tide! Creepy. Boss, how did you realize something was wrong? I'm curious. What exactly did that nymph make me say?
Actually, it gave itself away very early on.
Speaking of the world-bearing titan, Cypher, didn't you tell me once you used to be an apprentice at Kefali's priestly court?
We've been partners in crime for 1,000 years. We've talked about everything there is to talk about. Except for that one experience at Dawncloud. I never told you about that. I absolutely wouldn't have shared that with anyone.
But, boss lady, there's a chance Aglaya wasn't trying to trick you?
And as far as I know, the embodiment of trickery despises that golden thread which forces people to speak the truth. You'd never defend Aglaya. Isn't that right, Zagreus?
You have a terrifyingly sharp mind.
After all, I'm the only one in the world who knows you're still alive. To make sure you survive the Titan trial, I had to fool the entire world. If you want to keep that lie from falling apart, you'd better keep playing your part in the days ahead.
Even if it weren't for saving my worthless little life, I'd still walk through fire for Cypher without hesitation.
You may have been reduced to this form, but you still haven't lost your way with words.
Speaking of which, Cypher, you're not taking that wicked woman's words to heart, are you? Life's been pretty great lately. Why get into trouble now? Don't you think?
Honestly, I've been thinking. Maybe a trip back now wouldn't be too bad.
You're back again, Cyphera, your face.
I need clothes. Anything. Just throw me something. A piece of cloth will do. Just enough to cover the wounds. I will pay back the amount I owe. I promise.
You're bleeding golden blood.
Yes, what about it? So what if I'm one of those chrysosairs they talk about? Those infinitely strong heroes, world-renowned swordsmen, exceptionally intelligent scholars.
Cyphera.
Oh, I'm sorry to disappoint. Who knew that group of amazing people would include me? A pauper, thief, on, artist. Maybe I should just make another cut to drain all this yellow stuff out of me and...
Stop it, Cyphera! I'll give you clothes, warm you up, and stay here. Stay in my workshop until you're healed.
Aren't you going to ask me how I got these wounds? Right. What's the use? I'm so good at lying. Even your golden thread can be fooled. If you can't verify the truth, why bother asking at all?
I don't need to ask. Nor do I need to use the golden thread. I know everything you do is for survival, at all costs. Stay here. You won't have to deal with the cold or go hungry again. Stay by my side, and you can start putting yourself back together.
Aren't you worried I'll ruin this place's reputation? Or that I might sneak off with your precious clothes and sell them?
I wouldn't have invited you if I were worried about those things.
You're weird, seamstress. You know, they say a child who often lies remains a liar for life. I've tried not to become a liar, but honestly, it's just too hard. I'm close to giving up. What makes you think I won't disappoint you?
Because I can feel it. Not with the power of a demigod, but with the heart that beats in my chest. You love this place. That's why you keep coming by, but also why you hesitate to stay longer. You worry you'll tarnish the Gold Weaver name. After taking over Nestia's divine authority, I became used to letting the golden thread distinguish sincerity from falsehood. However, the mission I need to complete requires me to learn to trust and rely on my heart. Cyphera, you're an honest thing I've given to this world. And also a challenge the world has given to me. Stay here with me. You have a beautiful face that deserves better than to be covered in scars and grime.
You've got a way of talking that's hard to follow. All right, let's make it a deal. You have 1 day to change your mind. Once the action hour passes, there's no turning back.
Pressure, fear, planting seeds of anxiety. It seems this is the strategy they've chosen. From what I know, these stories are true. The kindness we know today, strictly speaking, is the 27th kindness. Objectively, the rise of the cleaners was both inevitable and necessary. Yet, their ruthless and twisted methods earned them nothing but disdain and condemnation from history. Even in these crumbling end times, there are always those who find ways to profit from the chaos. To ask the vested interests to abandon their status, wealth, and ambitions in this world for a distant ideal may be no easier than creating a miracle.
There you are, Lord Donghung. We couldn't reach you on the teleslate, so the Holy City Guard almost assumed you two had met some terrible fate. You pests crawling in the shadows, back off. Your plot ends here. You played your hand. Run while you still can. It might be your only chance to survive. Stay away from Akama forever. If you set foot there again, the fury of its people will tear you apart. Because Aglaya is dead, and in the eyes of the Holy City citizens, her blood is on your hands.
Looks like she was wrong about you.
She? Are you talking about the mastermind behind all of this?
Well, she thought you were weak. She believed that even when you were facing the evil that you claimed to oppose, you'd hesitate to strike.
Misinterpreting mercy for weakness shows how arrogant and foolish your master is. They're still alive. With proper care, they'll pull through in a few days. But I must warn you. I haven't fought a human in ages. I can't guarantee I'll always be able to hold back. They're lucky they're still alive. If you feel as lucky as they are, try me.
Phainon is seriously upset.
Get out of here. Don't show your face around us again. If your master wants to stop the Flame Chase journey, she'd better bring an army that makes Kremnos at its peak look like child's play.
I've said it more than once, Lord Phainon. We're not here to start a fight. We came only to ensure you weren't anywhere else. While you were unaware, we already accomplished our mission to buy time. So, Lord Phainon, until next time.
Are you okay?
I'm fine. Anyone who uses innocent lives as bargaining chips has gone too far. I guess the opposition within the Council of Elders is still desperately fighting to obstruct the Flame Chase. If the conspiracy is exposed, they'll be hunted down in the Holy City like rats with nowhere to run, no matter where they hide. My teleslate. Aglaya? Is this... blasted? from more than one person, it doesn't seem like a joke. Stay calm. This could just be one of her schemes. I won't believe it until I see it for myself.
Phainon. What should we do now?
Stay on course. I'll contact Tribbie and ask her to keep the citizens calm. We'll hurry back to Akama as fast as possible and assess the situation in the city. If we run into any enemies along the way, I won't be merciful this time.
Cartonis? Ah, you're forging a sword for phainon, aren't you? I haven't seen you wield the hammer in so long. I couldn't help but be entranced by the sight.
You, Aglaya. In this form, you come to me. It means...
That's right. At this moment, my physical form is already shattered. My journey as a human in this world has come to an end. It's time to fulfill our pact.
Of course. The pact I haven't forgotten.
The thing I entrusted to you, do you still have it?
Far too plain this vessel is. Not worthy of you. Do you still insist?
I insist. Over the past 1,000 years, every piece of fabric I've worked with has been tainted by my cold divinity. It's made me hate their colors, texture, and scent. This ornament stands apart. It was a gift from a child. She was pure and kind. I often wished my childhood could have been like hers.
How to say goodbye to everyone? Have you already planned?
I'm afraid there's no such detailed plan this time. I deeply regret not being able to say farewell to them, one by one. The moment has come. My departure will give them one less thing to worry about. This parting gift should help ease the regret of such a sudden goodbye.
Invented for the Titans, Kremnos' soul-forging technology was. Though divinity it retains, filtered out, the remnants of humanity will be. Is that what you want, Aglaya?
You've confirmed this with me repeatedly. Yes, Cartonis. I need you to do this for me. Condense my divinity into this ornament. It might still be useful in the future to help them complete their mission.
Selfless until the end. Envy that child, there's no need to. Already lived a grand life your humanity has.
Your praise puts my heart at ease, Grand Craftsman. Now, please, take me through the last tempering that fate has to offer.
And the city is silent, and tension is building with every passing second. The news is probably spread by now. Every household is locked up tight. All the market stalls have closed down temporarily. I can't imagine how she could have been taken down by a handful of assassins. Unless it's all a part of her plan. If this is all part of a larger plan, Tribbie must know something. She just couldn't say it in the message. Let's go find her.